Midjourney is a plethora of good images if you can generate them tactfully. If you like exploring the world of AI art, Midjourney will surely be in your mind. We will be talking about the new version of Midjourney version 6 in 2024 with some handy prompts and features. Now this video is going to be a little long, but it's going to be informative and specifically action-centric. We will describe the image generation process from top to toe. I promise if you stick to the end of the video, 3 things will happen. You will get a handy document to write a perfect prompt. You will be able to think much more creatively. You will be so much better at generating great images in Midjourney and unlocking many business opportunities. So, without further delay, let's move on. We will be talking about 3 things. First, we will talk about the basic tool structure and operational procedures. Secondly, the perfect prompt structure to make you generate mind-blowing images. Third, we will do a sample image generation using the prompts. I also have one big bonus section at the end. In this last bonus section, you will get to know about a free tool that will upscale your image for free. Free animation of Midjourney images, finding business opportunities with Midjourney generated art. I suggest you watch all the chapters of the video. However, if you feel the need to directly jump to any particular section, you can do so. I have given timestamps in this video for the chapters below. Let's move to the first part, which is the basic tool introduction. Midjourney is a well-known AI text-to-image art generation software. You can generate great quality images here with little effort. This is the basic interface of Midjourney. It gets opened in the Discord server. If you check any newbie rooms, you can find images generated by people from all over the world. Here, as you can see, there are different headers like info, support, newcomer rooms, chat feedback, community support, etc. As we proceed, we will be generating images in the private chat section where the images will only be accessible to us. Let's go. For that, let's go to direct messages on the left-hand side and click on Midjourney bot. Now this is the place where actual magic will begin. Just go to the chat box and type /. You can see a lot of options here along with some frequently used options. Here many commands start with /, but you won't need all of them. I will only talk about one command here in the first section. The rest of the commands like describe, blend, info, and settings are mentioned in the document, so stay tuned. The top command is imagine, is the most used command in Midjourney. It is for describing the prompt, that is the image description that you want Midjourney to generate. This is the most basic and most used command in Midjourney. Let's say you want to generate an image of a 5-year-old boy with blue eyes and red hair riding a racing car in cartoon style. Here is the simple prompt. As you can see, the image is getting generated. It will take some time and you will get this kind of result. Once generated, you can choose between the 4 types of images generated. If you want to choose any one of them, just click one of the 4 buttons, U1, U2, U3, or U4. As mentioned here, let's go for the third. So we will select U3. Again, let's say you want to generate 4 variations of the third image, so we can click on V3. As you can see, the remix prompt window is appearing. This is nothing but giving you an option to modify the actual prompt. Here, as we don't want to modify it, let's move ahead and click submit. Let's wait for some time now. Have a look. As you can see, the variations of the third image are generated. Now let's select the third image to upscale. Before that, don't worry. All these basic operational processes are mentioned in a document that you can check at the end of the video. Once the image is generated, you can see the options of upscale, vary, zoom, and all the arrows here. Let us understand that one by one. The upscale subtle option shows more details of your image and keeps details very similar to the original. Check this out. On the other hand, Upscale Creative adds new details to the image. Now let's see these 2 images together. Hope you got the point. You can see some detailed facial features and expressions in the images as compared to the Upscale image. We will move quickly now. As you can see, there are other options like very, subtle, and very strong. It's also very similar to what we have seen. Have a look. You can see some significant changes here. Now pay attention, as this is important. If you want to change some specific details of the image, this is for you. This very region prompt is used to change a specific part of the image. Consider I want to change the car in the photo to a vintage car. Let's do it. For that, we will select the option Vary Region and select the region. Now we will enter the prompt. Let's wait for the result. As you can see, the result is pretty good. We have not even used any fancy, complicated prompt. As we head over to the zoom options, it will zoom the surroundings of the image generated. Let's click on Zoom to X. As you can see, the background of the main focus, which is the little boy riding a race car, is visible now. You can also opt for Zoom 1.5x or Custom Zoom and specify the value of the zoom multiplier. I hope you have now understood the function of upscale, zoom, and very clearly. The last thing left here is the pan extensions. As you can see, the arrow options are here. This is pretty simple. If you want to add any element on the right-hand side, you can click on the right arrow and enter the prompt. Let's try one. Say I want to add a river on the right-hand side. Let's add it. See, the water wave and little sprinkles are already added here. You can further do your research and create amazing results. This is phenomenal, right? You can similarly add any details on either of the sides, say top, bottom, or left. So we have completed our first chapter here. I hope you understood the basic operations of the Midjourney. You can further check the document I will share for any doubts at the end of the video. Let's move to the next part, which is the perfect prompt structure and image generation. We will move to the second and third chapters of the video hand in hand for your better understanding. Before that, I have a small favor to ask. I have put a lot of effort into creating the support document for the Midjourney guide and provided a sample prompt for the same here. So please consider subscribing so that I can stay motivated to bring educational videos like this in the future. Now, before actually talking about prompts and how to write them properly, I want you to understand one simple equation. Good instruction equals image prompt plus text prompt plus parameter. Please write it somewhere or keep that in the back of your mind. This is a goldmine formula for generating mind-blowing images in Midjourney. Let's dive in. Before talking about parameters in Midjourney, let's see one simple example for the image and text prompt together. Consider we want to create a flower cake, something similar to this. Now let's get a flower image from the internet we want to put on the cake. Here it is, image of a bunch of beautiful purple flowers. We will now upload it in Midjourney. For that, we will just click on the plus icon and upload the image. Once uploaded, let's generate the image of the flowery cake we talked about. For that, we will give Midjourney the reference image of the flower, a simple text prompt for a cake, and press enter. There you go. Just observe the way this prompt is entered so that you can practice yourself later. You can also take a screenshot of the screen. You see the image is getting generated here. The processing percentage is shown beside the prompt here. The creation is beautiful. However, we can make it so much better. Let's go and talk about text prompts. Here I have a simple framework. You can write it or memorize it. It's called Saita S, stands for subject. It could be anything like a human, car, object, or any scene. A stands for the action or attribute the subject has. As an example, say a guy playing football or a wooden hut in a forest. E stands for expression. It describes the emotions of the subject. As an example, you can ask to generate a little 5-year-old boy happily jumping on the playground. T stands for the type of art, say cartoon, realistic, 3D, 2D, illustration, line drawing, etc. A stands for artist. Now there are a few well-known artists like Da Vinci, Picasso, and Vincent you must be aware of. However, you can always search for more artistic styles for image generation. In the support document, I have mentioned for few artists. As of now, I have written 2 prompts for the same image, one with minimum details and another one with the framework followed. Let's check the results before we move to the next section. You see, the difference is so visible. We can generate so much better results when we are not even done. Excited? Let's go. Check the formula again. It says good instruction equals image prompt plus text prompt plus parameter. We talked about image prompts and how to write text prompts. Now let's move to the last leg. Parameters are the options added to a prompt that change how an image is generated. There are many parameters that Midjourney has that can take your game 10 levels up. We won't be able to talk about all of them, but the most important of them. If you want a separate video on the parameters of Midjourney, we can make a separate video on that. As of now, let's talk about 8 of them as you can see on the screen. Please do not miss the last one, as this parameter can bring significant business opportunities for you. Okay, let's go. Now you remember the flowery cake image we made, right? What if you want the cake to look less flowery and more cake type? Here's where the role of the first parameter comes in. The IW parameter defines the image weight here. Now let's go back and use the same prompt we used. The only difference is we add here the IW parameter as 0.5. Now it means the image should look more like a cake and less with flowers, as the default value is 1. There you go. Let's make it 0.25 now. You see the cake part is getting more visible now. Now let's make the IW value 3 to check how it looks. You see the difference. The image now hardly looks like a cake. This is great, right? Okay, let's move to the next 7 parameters quickly. To save time and allow you the space to do a lot of practice, I will run some slides on how to use these parameters, and we'll keep changing the image in between. Let's go with the aspect ratio. It's pretty simple. It defines the width-height ratio of the image. Have a look. It's just for changing the dimension of the image in the right manner. If you don't mention an aspect ratio at the end of the image, Midjourney assumes the value of 1 by default. Okay, let's move on. For the next 5 parameters, we will generate a character. Let's assume you want to generate an image of a character, say a 17-year-old American man wearing headphones and playing guitar inside a bar. Now, before moving ahead, please note I already have a similar image reference I want Midjourney to follow to get similar results. So for that, we will use the character reference parameter. To use this parameter, we will just use the word "cref" followed by the link of the image. Let's do that quickly. Here we will give a text prompt followed by the link of the reference image. Let's do that. Please stay connected, as this is gonna be interesting. Again, reiterating the point that you will get a document at the end of the video. So do a lot of practice with the document and you will certainly be better with Midjourney. Here are our images. As you can see, these are very similar to the image we provided. Just observe closely the hair, teeth, nose, and freckles. It's pretty awesome. Let's move to the next parameter. The first one is chaos. Chaos is the amount of varied results you want to generate. Higher values produce more unusual and unexpected generations. Let's try this one with 100. You just need to add C value at the end of the prompt. Let's see what comes with the same prompt. Just observe closely the hair, teeth, nose, and freckles. You can see how the generations are different from each other. Let's see, we want the chaos to be 20. Let's wait for some time now. You see the image is getting generated here. The processing percentage is shown beside the prompt here. See, the results are pretty similar. These 4 people look basically the same person if you look at all the facial features. Okay, let's quickly move to the last 4 parameters now. No is a parameter that states the negative prompt. You do not want the image. For any image generation, you can state details like multiple faces, blurry images, multiple fingers, etc. This is optional, but if you have noticed any pattern of specific details that AI has generated wrongly, you can mention that. For your reference, I have mentioned some negative prompts in the Midjourney document that you will be getting. Just have a look. You and try and test this feature yourself. Here I have shared 2 reference images generated with and without a negative prompt for 2 women and 1 man sitting on a park bench. The negative prompts used here are taken from the guide document you will get at the end of the video. You can also try the same yourself. Now, the next parameters of quality and stylize are pretty simple. As you have noticed, when a prompt is entered, Midjourney shows the processing in image generation. The image gets generated at 100%. If you do not want to permit so much rendering time in generating the images and you can work with at 70-80% or anything lesser than 100%, you can use this parameter. As an example here, I need to generate a background image of a studio where I want to relax the quality to say 70%. Have a look, the studio with 70% quality looks a little blurry. This is our next parameter. It's called stylize. It's generating sharper images. Have a look at the different images generated at different stylized quotients. The more the stylized quotient, the sharper the images will be produced. We have generated dog images for a pencil drawing with colors. Have a look, the images are getting better. The last one has stylized quotient of 300. So I hope you have understood, okay? Let's move to the last parameter, which is tiles. This parameter generates images that can be used as repeating tiles to create seamless patterns for fabrics, wallpapers, and textures. Have a look, we have generated a pattern with flowers here. Let's try with stones one more time. Oh my god, that looks beautiful. I hope you have got it. Now, as I promised, there are some significant business opportunities with this parameter. There you go. Please take a look at this Etsy store. This store, Pixio. This store sells digital patterns on Etsy, which you can easily create on Midjourney and sell on Etsy as digital products. There will be no headache of shipping, inventory management, or handling customer support, as once these products are delivered, there is no return or exchange policy enforced here. Also, we have been able to calculate the approximate earnings of the store. Have a look at the Etsy Hunt report for the stores we talked about. It makes over 1,000 sales in a month with just one-time efforts where you don't need any extra maintenance. The owner of this store is easily earning over $3,000 a month, and it is just from one store. If you want business opportunities like that, just go to Etsy. Just go to Art and Collectibles and select Digital Art. You will find a vast of designs and products that you can create with Midjourney listed on over 1,000 of stores. It's just amazing. Phew, that was a lot. If you are still here, just consider subscribing as I'm invested in bringing so many such educational videos to you in the future. Anyways, moving to the next business model, which is Amazon KDP. Look at these books. These are not high graphics. These are simple backgrounds with some characters placed on them. What do you think? You can create them using Midjourney. If you further check, these books are published recently. They don't need any publisher, as well as Amazon now provides the facility to self-publish your book if you want to publish hardcover and paperback. Apart from KDP and Etsy store, you can also open any YouTube channel on any niche and generate a storybook or screen videos like these channels are doing by generating images on Midjourney. Have a look, we have these two reference channels to show you. It's nothing but AI-generated images playing screen by screen with bare minimum editing. If you check the earnings of these channels, you will be surprised to know they are at least earning over $1,000 per month. I hope you have understood all the lessons we taught, and with the help of the support document, you can do a lot better with Midjourney-driven businesses. Okay, let's just summarize the business part. We talked about 3 business models with Midjourney with examples: Etsy stores that sell digital printables, Amazon KDP, and lastly, faceless YouTube channels. You can take a screenshot of this slide real quick before I move ahead. Okay, we are almost at the end of the video now. I will just talk about 2 simple tricks at this moment. One is for upscaling any AI images, and second is for making animation of the image you generated. Both of these will happen for free. Let's quickly jump over to CapCut, go to the Magic Tools and select Image Upscale. Here, just upload the image and select the resolution on the right-hand side. Give it some time and it will be done, and it's done. Awesome, isn't it? Next is image animation. For that, let's visit on leonardo.com. Here, let's select the image to image option and select the scale to 90. So it's basically like generating very similar images. We will here upload a Midjourney generated image you wish to animate. Once generated, select motion and select the scale. Now here I recommend staying up to the scale of 2, 3, as it will just add a minimum animation to your image. If you go further than that, it can distort the animation fully. Anyways, this is the result. It's just awesome with minimum effort. So as we have come to the end, I have nothing but to ask you to do a lot of practice. The guide document is shared in the description, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Do support the channel to create more such informative videos. My mission is to make 100,000 YouTubers better in content research by performing reverse engineering by 2024. If you love to do research and analysis, you are one of them. Goodbye for today. See you soon.